Right. smaller. Need them smaller, Ed. Like I'm chopping them up. Chopping, chopping, chopping. All right, we're getting somewhere now. I'm trying to shorten the space up. Oh! Yep. It's like a chop, chop, chop. I'll bring it in closer, guys. Trying to get my shape in there so I can bring my barrel sides up and bring his arms over the barrels. Over the barrel, I should say. Oh. I got a little bit of breeze. I got air, but maybe a little more air. Hee. There you go. So I gotta bring in without cutting the arms off. Might as well fill up while I'm at it. Gas it up. This is probably one of my most frustrating carvings I've done, actually. So I don't mind if I do the first one here. Didn't come out so well. At least I tried, right? So let's gas it up. Let's see, I'm starting to take shape. I got to be able to see the actual shape. I got to vision it, and I was having trouble getting the vision. It's starting to show up, but I don't know if my vision is clear enough for what I'm thinking. So nobody's perfect. Carvers do mess up. Just if they show it or not. Live's a different story. Sometimes you plan what you're carving, and then you do it again, and so it's a little bit easier. So this one was no plan. This was just a flat out vision. I did a carving before, and I did it, and I'm like, I'm going live with it. So then I did it, and it was awesome. But I didn't do this vision, but that's okay. Everybody good? Ready to go? Sweet. Look at that, 23 likes. Appreciate it. Baby kisses, you're in here, Michael? All right. Yeah. Thanks, you guys. Appreciate it. So This can be the best or the worst, but I'm still going to be happy with it. Grab a drink real quick. Woo-wee. Didn't want to replicate, what Bear was doing. That wasn't it at all. But seen his, and I was like, I had an idea different. So how's the view? Good? Sweet. All right. Shoulders. Yeah, I got trying to mess up the shoulders. So I've got to really sink it in. Guy's a little too big still. So let's do it. Gotta really make them smaller and not go down anymore. Right now he's a little bit big for the barrel. I'll just keep shaping them down. Smaller. Alright, now it's getting there. A little bit better. Alright, now we got go down a little bit. Got it really small. Let's get some of my barrel in here. starting to scare myself at the beginning. I'm like, where is he at? He's chopped up. All right. Go in a little more. Gotta bring them out. Whoa there, whoa. Now my barrel's coming. Sweeping it in a little more. You'll bring out the arm a little bit. Very arm. Yeah. Now I see it a little bit better. We're getting there. Barrel. All right, now we're getting it. Oh, a fat barrel. What I end up doing, I'll do a stripe across here, kind of like this. That'll be the band. So they have a band there. have lines coming in. I'll do that more of Dremel, I think. It'll be like this. Kind of a fat barrel. I'll dig in a little more, groove this. I got a fan in the background, guys, that's pushing a lot of it out. Woohoo! Hello. Hello, Dust. How's everybody doing? Everybody still here? Yeah, hello. Woo-wee. How's it looking, Raja? Creation Dust 777. A little bit wicked, huh? It's a little bit rough. Ain't easy. Whew. Cut the wood. Yeah. Oh, it's getting there. It'll look cool. It's like a little barrel drum. Starting to take shape now, so I could see it. I couldn't see the bear. It was really hard trying to get the look, bring it over just a little bit. It's really having trouble figuring this part. I'll probably drop this to make it fatter and bring these down just a little bit, probably more when I clean up. So just grabbing a drink, we'll go for it. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Look at that, 49 thumbs up. Appreciate it. How's the view, guys? Wi-Fi good? No issues? Oh yeah, be starting up here. Pot of honey, yeah. Well, it's basically the barrel he's sitting in. It's a pot of honey. It's good, Chuck. All right, Michael S. Thank you very much. Like that bear in the back that's standing up. Which one? That one there? Yeah, that one? Yeah. The other one that I'm be finishing up live, he's down there in the corner. He's hiding. Yeah. Is that a little dragon? Yes, it is, Creation Dust. I was wondering if anybody's going to notice that. I'm waiting for it to crack up some more before I'm actually going to do your style of maybe some Bondo if I do paint it. There you go. Get you in there real close. Got a little bit of work, a little elbow room there. Kind of hard to see from the side, huh? There you go. Yeah, a little bit of stuff here and there. Got my Shrek Donkey. Hello, Mr. Donkey. Got that guy. Yeah, I'm on my little palm tree dragon mushroom head. I got my wide mouth. He's always talking crap. Yep. A lot of stuff like sitting around. I got this one I did on that one live. I think it's probably one of your guys' first time seeing me live. So I actually fixed that, and I'm just waiting a little bit. I want to see what else is going to crack. So that's from Harry Potter. No, what is it? Yeah, it's the elf on Harry Potter. So, all right. So let's get this guy going a little bit. Baby kisses, I guess. Yeah, that's kind of what I was kind of going for a little bit. A bear and a barrel, basically, barrel of honey kind of deal. So looking good. Thank you guys for the thumbs up. 50 of them. Awesome. How many people did I have in here? Let's roll. Yeah, my exhaust fumes are going out. I got a swamp cooler in the back that pushes, so yeah, I'm good. No, it's not choking me out. It's pushing. But I do got a backup just so it might make you feel better, because I know people are going, what in the world is this guy doing? He's nuts. But give me a second so I can prop this killer turbine fan here. I don't know what's gonna go nuts on us or not. Plug it in, we'll see what's up. But a little extra won't hurt. Woo, look at that. See all that dust go? There we go. Lots of air movement. I think everybody was kind of worried. All right. Yeah, got my little whirly bird. That pushes a lot of air. Hopefully it's all right. A lot of air. There we go. Let's see. All right. Yeah. Okay, let's get to it. I go through gas like it's water here. Kind of gassing it a lot. Let's fill it up and go. See how this bear's turning out. Starting to take shape. Happy about that. Yeah, it's gonna be rough for me to carve when it's really hot. Probably just gonna have to deal with it. Be out here with the swamp cooler and this back section going. Be 105, 110 out. What do? I like to carve. I don't have a big warehouse or anything that I can run to. So can't carve in the middle of the night. I gotta sleep, so let's roll with this thing. Everybody ready? I am. There we go. See the blowing now? Well, it's cooling off outside right now, so I can prop the door a little bit more too. There we go. Started shaping down just a little bit. Clean it up. Now we're getting it. That's looking better. I almost feel like I was losing them. It was flatlining on me. Wood chip.
Yeah.
now I got them in there. Bring this arm down. Guys still with me? Sorry, I'm rolling with this sucker. Later. Hey, Plywood. Bear was in here? Sweet. All right, I'm gonna jump in the shower. He's always jumping in the shower. All right. You guys doing okay? I'm not boring you? I hope not. You guys doing okay? He's working. He's getting there. Here's my bear. And yeah. Looks good, huh? Man, I was nervous at the beginning. I thought I was gonna go and cut it off. So I should keep going, right? Yeah. Yes, baby. All right. Yeah. Thanks for staying here. If you can't, that's cool. How am I doing? I'm doing great. Old path. I'm doing great. All right. Take a minute. You guys, just a minute or two. Catch my breath. Well, that's a round log there, I tell you. Man, look at all my friends hanging out over here. You guys are all staring at me like a deer in the headlights. I mean, a bear in headlights. Boy, if it was really dark and had just a little bit of shimmer of light, it'd be scary. Man, this place was clean when I started. Yeah. It's almost not even worth cleaning up. All right, give me a minute, guys. We'll go for it. Whew. That was a good run. Got a little bit of furring done. Then I'll hit this. I'm going to put a band about right here. And then I'll hit one at the bottom. Yeah, look at that. Boy, if one of you guys was really close to me, if you guys lived in Arizona, one of you guys, I'd say, here, who wants it? Who wants it? But nobody's here. In Arizona, that's what drives me up the wall. If somebody was here, I'd say, baby kisses, you can have it. But you know how much it would cost to ship it? Lots. All right. Got to take little breaks here and there, but not too much. If you guys have to run, it's all right. I totally understand. But take just a break. How long I've been on here? 85 minutes. Geez, over an hour and a half. What would they steal? Heck yeah, Bear. You showered. You always got to go shower. And then you always come back. Man, you showered and look what happened. The bear came out. Just got out. We figured. Well, I could smell your foo-foo from here. Smelling good, Bear. Yeah, you work so hard, huh? Yeah, today was my day off. Got up in the morning, went and installed a sink and faucet, then went and installed a fan. Took the old fan down, put a new one in. Then came home, watched your video, your live, Bear. So if you guys are just tuning in, Bear and the Boss Lady just did a live. Go check it out. And then I just started carving. So yep, you caught back up. I'm just taking a break for a minute. Give me a minute, I'll gas up and we'll be going back at it. 67 likes, appreciate it. That's awesome. 67. Woohoo! You guys rock. You guys are awesome. Who's all in here still? Baby Kisses, Bear, Michael S. Awesome. Who else is in here? Uh-oh. Who's coming to check stuff out? Rosie. Rosie. What's she doing? What are you doing? Look, she's going to go sniff around. Watch. Watch out for my saw, Rose. Rosie. Hey, come. Rosie. Don't go over there. That's the side yard. Oh, she goes, what's going on in here? What's going on? Rosie. Hey, Rose. Can you say hi? Rosie. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Rosie. Hey, Rose. Say, woo, 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 woo. Yeah. Oh, what's wrong? I didn't give you attention. I had my door shut and she couldn't come in and say hi. Typical husky, yep. And she's not a fool. She's come. Come, girl. Come. Good girl. Come. I'll let her sniff around. She wants to go over there. She's actually German Shepherd, Husky, and Cattle Dog mix. Yeah. Fireball. We have a little bit of problems with her. We got to get a muzzle because she's a little weird sometimes. She likes to bite. Not me, but yeah. So if we go camping and stuff like that, people come around, we have to put a muzzle on her. So we got to train her how to do that. She can drink with the muzzle and everything, but we can't. She gets really weird. It's kind of strange. I hate to see a dog with a muzzle on. They look really mean, but sometimes she's unpredictable. Somebody touched her. We had a band that went from tree to tree, and it was wrapped up, and I was untangling it, and I had her by her saddle, and someone else was grabbing a line and she didn't like it, so she kind of nipped a little bit just for touching her stuff. It's kind of weird, and it was like bam, you know, wasn't too bad, but it was a bite, so a little nip, and I'm like, oh, that's it. So we'd like to do more stuff with people, but we don't know what she's gonna do, so we have to keep her away, or basically put a muzzle so people can pet her. She likes it. Just at times you can't. All right, guys. I'm going to fire this thing up. You guys good? 68. Sweet. Hit the thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. Bear and the Boss Lady is right there. Get it. He's awesome. I learn a lot from that guy. All right. Well, I ordered another carving bar, so that sucker is showing up. What's the Huskies? Husky. Yeah, you got it, Bear. All right. Yep, there it is. Hey, good. Michael S., I appreciate you doing that because that is a clickable link. Yours is blue. I don't know if I put you as a regular moderator or a step up, but I haven't been